Alright, dude, it's not that hard. Just have to pretend people like you for like 4 or 5 hours straight. It's okay. You got this. You got this. Look at me. Oh, you got this. Alright. Alright, dude, it's not that hard. Aha! That's why we do a sound check. It's picking up my camera microphone, not my real microphone.
There, it should be fixed now. Sound check again.
Do a sound check. It's picking up my camera microphone, not my real microphone.
There,
Fuck,
it
that's
should be
hot.
fixed now. Okay, yep. Sounds fine. Tea is still too hot. Okie dokie, what are we doing today? I mean, there's been 8 of these, so if you don't know what we're doing by now, welcome to the channel, I guess. It's bingo. You ever heard of bingo before? I have to keep streaming random replays until I get 5 in a direction of any kind, yada yada. I have not seen any of these replays before except for the very first one. Yeah, I think that's about all I got on this. If we run out of replays and I still have not completed a bingo, I'll just play quick battles until I complete them myself. Loopy's here, Shogunix here. What up, dudes? What ups? And we'll start off with Grom losing versus Oxy from Shogunik. This is the one I have seen before. It's also probably going to fulfill that middle square, because you almost always get the middle square for free in bingo. Welcome to my channel, human boy. Congrats, Loopy. I thought it was mine, but I guess it's yours. So, we have this map that I forget what it's called, but I honestly kind of like it. I think it's a neat map that's underutilized. Big ass hill in the middle. Oh, I forgot that you took a giant Shogunik. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that when we get to it. So, for Shogunik and the Greenskins, we have 2 Orc Boar Chariots, Giant River Troll Hag, a Giant, Goblin Big Boss on his Spider, Grom the Punch, a whole bunch of Goblins, some Orc Biggins in the back line, the Rusty Errors. And that's about it. Okay, cool. For his opponent, we have triple Bronze Chevron Skink Skirmishers. Interesting. Chameleon Stalkers, Pawhawk Sentinels, some Skink Cohorts, Coldwind Riders, Sora Spears, Skink Cohorts. Dude, you just took one of everything. A Solar Engine, Skink Priest of Beasts, Sora Spears, Skink Cohorts, some more Skink Javelins, Skink Chief on a thing, more Sora Spears and Oxyotl. My first thought is that this formation is way too spread out. Lizardmen are way too spread out, and you can see now their skirmishers are going to suffer the cost of that as they're going to get run down immediately. I forgot the previous replays. I didn't forget the previous replays. I recorded all the replays up until the last time I had done this. Yeah. What up, FNG? So, Greenskins get a nice catch here. Gonna take out one of the triple Bronze Chevron Skink Skirmishers almost immediately. And they're already on top of another one. You can see now the Lizardmen have a ton of assets that are way off in the middle of nowhere. Not enjoying their life. Giant gets shot by a Solar Engine that does almost no damage because his health pool is gigantic. Interesting little Flock of Doom on the Morgan's Mangy Marauders. Does some damage. It's okay. And they are suffering quite a bit, but definitely the Greenskins are taking over this game with gusto. Just now, Lizardmen start to pull away their further assets and bring them closer to the actual fighting. The Rusty Arrows are firing into the Pawhawk Sentinels, but because those are Pterodons, it's not going to do that much damage. They kind of jitter and dodge every time they get shot. So, Manticore Summon coming in, because I guess that's all the lore of Beasts is, just freaking Manticore Summons all day. You love to hate to see it. This feels pretty doomed for the Lizardmen, especially the Pawhawk Sentinels just getting wrecked up here. I'm gonna hit double fast forward real quick behind that steam thing. Yada yada, lots of skirmish cav killing stuff. Grom and his chariots are cycle charging. More Lizardmen are dying horrifically. On the far side, Coldwind Riders are trying to get involved, but they're fighting Orc Boys and other chaff they don't enjoy. The Rusty Arrows are actually just having a field day, killing everything they possibly can. Some more Flock of Dooms on the Orc Biggins is doing okay work, but not enough. The Greenskins aren't as far ahead on the bounce power as I would have assumed, but I feel like they are just running away with this game. Where's Oxyotl? Gotta keep an eye on him. Ooh, nice catch there from the Coldwind Riders, killing an entire Goblin Big Boss. Pretty much from full health to dead. These Javelins are almost taking out that Giant, poor thing. Maybe why you don't see Giants very often. Any sort of missile does a lot of damage to them. Lizardmen playing much better in the second half than they did in the first. Now that they have all their units in play, they have some decent micro going on. Chasing a lot of stuff around, doing what they can to fight back in this, but it's been pretty tough. The Pollux Sentinels are hanging around. Surprised they used all their ammunition, actually, but now they're just kind of a weird flying dog unit. This Skink Chief is relatively okay. As long as he stays away from Rusty Arrows, he'll be fine. But here we go. Grom the Paunch. Almost full health. Chasing Oxyotl. Also full health. Grom the Paunch is a melee character. Oxyotl is a kiting character. Let's do this, okay? Big shot. Hurts a lot. Does a lot of damage. Chases him. Chases him. Kind of just... I don't know what. Just starts to push him. Then he chases him. Then he knocks him over. Nice job, Grom the Paunch. You did great. You did great. This is the derpiest thing I've seen in a while. So Grom is losing in melee versus Oxyotl. The rest of the map's going very well for the Greenskins. They're killing a lot of stuff. And then Oxy somehow gets away from Grom. Keeps shooting him. Grom's down to half health. Oxy's barely been touched. And this is good. This is good. This is exactly how this is supposed to work. Melee chariot characters are supposed to have a tough time catching and killing foot skirmishers. Grom's getting his fucking ass kicked. Oh my god. He's under half health and Oxyotl still is as much as when this thing started. He's maybe taken one hit from Grom. Grom loses more health, and then Shogunnik decides, screw it, I'm leaving. As the rest of the Greenskin army's gonna have to win because Grom needs to run away from frickin' Oxyotl in melee combat. Feels good. It feels good that that guy costs way less. He costs like 700 gold less than Grom the Paunch. At this point, Grom's just cycle charging the Skink Priest of Beasts now. Oxyotl's running with the last of his skirmishers, but there's really nothing left for the Lizardmen, and army losses will come in. Hey! Hey, you weird name. Stop posting weird stuff. Stop it. Scrum got 1,200 value. Goblin Big Boss got murdered by those cold ones. Orc Biggins did fine. Duros Airs did incredibly well. Chariots actually got less value than I would have thought. And the Giant did okay. Grom got his ass kicked by Oxy. Oxy getting 1,900 value. Skink Priest of Beasts with like 2 Flock of Doomcasts only got 150 value, plus all that fighting he did, so I don't know. Anticity made a video recently saying Flock of Doom just isn't worth it, and I tend to agree. Aside from that, not crazy values on the Lizardman army. They struggled. Yeah. But I did really like Grom just getting murdered by Oxyotl in melee combat. By like, I mean that ironically. It's like, it's sad and annoying that they somehow made a character more annoying than Grom the Paunch. Sisters of Twilight too, I suppose. Okay, so Grom. Let's start with a color. Oops, I need to pick the top one. Let's go with purple. Grom gets a taste of New Lord. And then Cyrus loses mod power or a giant. I didn't remember there was a giant in that replay, so here we go. Boom. Anything else in that replay? No. No. Okay. Okay. Man, I am slow in the draw today. Sorry, I gotta wake up a little bit. Giant killed a Basteldon? Oh, that would do it. Dark Elf Civil War from ODM Croissantbert vs. Loopy. Hey, I haven't seen Croissantbert in a long time. I miss that guy. Loopy. Triple Shades, and what is this? Is that a Dreadlord? Holy shit, Dreadlord with sword and crossbow. I promise I have not seen these replays before. Hey Charks, what up, dude? So, what even are your powers? Oh, we have the pseudo arrows of Kurnus. Okay. Oh boy, those Scourge Runners are not having a good time. There's 3 shades open up on them and the pseudo arrows of Kurnus. And one's already down to, like, dead. It's dead. One's just dead. Okay. The other two charge into these Shades. That might be a little bit risky, as some Slaanesha's Harvesters and other Doomfire Warlocks are going to push up. For the rest of this Dark Elf army, we have Sorceress of Dark, Sisters of Singing Doom, Bleak Swords, Dread Spears. No Dread Spears, actually. I'm just saying that out of habit. Triple Shade, the Doomfire Warlocks I mentioned, and another Witch Elf. And that feels really small for a Dark Elf army. For some reason, I feel like there are funds missing, but I guess this sword and crossbow guy is more expensive than I would have thought. On the other side, we have Blackheart Corsairs with handbows, 2 of them. We had 3 Scourge-Runner Chariots, one's now very much dead. We have a Spirit Leech caster, apparently, also with Aspect of the Dread Knight, or is that Doom and Darkness? Oh, crap. No. You will show me your secrets, mistress. It is Doom and Darkness. Nice. Aside from that, we have Dread Spears, we have Blackheart Corsairs without handbows, we have some Dark Riders, and then we have Malice Darkblade. Very nice. What is not very nice is the fact that the Dreadlord with the Sword and Crossbow is already almost dead. And there's no healing for him at all, because the Soul Stealer's on his Sorceress, not on him. But these Triple Shades are doing very well. They've already killed the Scourge Runner, and they've killed an entire Skirmish unit. The Sorceress of Dark has Chill Wind and Blade Storm. No Soul Stealer. I'm sensing that these ODM lads may have just been having a good time and not supreme tryharding, but okay, I'll let it pass this time. But if there's any more non-tryhard replays on my channel, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Bleak Swords fighting Dread Spears, they should win that pretty effectively, but with the Blackheart Corsairs also getting involved, that'll be a lot less convincing. And the Pseudo Arrow of Kurnos is going to do some damage to Scourge Runner Chariots. I still don't know if it's worth taking this Dreadlord Sword and Crossbow just for that, but oh well. Ooh, a nice little Chill Wind does actually a good amount of damage for how little Winds of Magic cost. I think it's like 4. It's 5. Oh, okay, 5. Big deal. Spirit Leeches on this Dreadlord Sword and Crossbow is actually very good. His health pool is already ridiculously low, so each tick of Spirit Leech is going to do a huge chunk, as you just saw there. And I'm kind of surprised he's not routing, hanging in there with 36 HP. Pretty good. Doomfire Warlocks and Dark Riders getting caught by other Dark Riders, but they're more elite. They should win that. Hopefully, if anything in this game makes sense. Looks like we have a Doombolt coming in. Oh, from the Doomfire Warlocks. I was like, does he have a second mage? I didn't remember. But if they move at all, they should be able to dodge it, but they stop and they don't dodge it, so they take all the damage. Shades are going to fight the Sorceress of Death, and they should win that. She's not a cold one, but still. They're freaking Shades, man. Yeah, look at that. Look at that damage. If Shades actually fire, they do so much damage, but that's the thing, is I have a hard time getting them to fire. But it is looking very good for the green Dark Elf. Malice Darkblade is now rampaging in the Sisters of Singing Doom and Slaanesha's Harvesters. If they can kill him before the rampage wears off, maybe he can't transform them because he doesn't have control of his character, but I extremely doubt that they can kill an entire character in the course of one rampage with just those units. Witch Elves are chasing off the Skirmishers. Pretty good stuff from them. They're probably going to die for their efforts, but oh well. Blood for the Blood God and whatnot. Ow! That looked like a lot of friendly fire from the Shades. Did a lot of damage to their own Slaanesha's Harvesters, but no, well, Scourge Runner Chariots are getting a little messed up. The Shades fight off the Sorceress of Death. Not extremely surprised there. And where is Malice? Malice Darkblade has plenty of health, and his rampage wears off. Another Blade Storm comes through, killing more Dark Riders. Pretty good cast there. And the Green Dark Elves are very much in the lead. Now, Malice still has a transformation on the table, and I wonder where is the Lord? The Lord of the Green Dark Elves. Are you dead? If you are dead, raise your hand. Alright, he's dead. So the Green Dark Elves don't have a leader. Unless I'm just missing him horrifically. Spirit Leech Caster for the Red Dark Elves is back. What is looking bleak? Malice will have to transform and do all the work and not just get kited out, which, you know, he usually just gets kited out. Also have to be careful of what happened to me last time I used Malice Darkblade is just army losses hit before I transformed him. Because when you transform him, he's unbreakable, but before that, the game can actually decide that you're just out of this. Bleak Sword's losing to Blackheart Corsairs. That is not surprising. And I heard a Spirit Leech somewhere. Oh, it's the Demon's Curse. Oh, there's the Spirit Leech. Some of the Slaanesha's Harvesters. Okay. Skirmishers are back, and I feel like the bounce power is being a little too harsh on the red team. So they're kind of rallying back into this game a bit. I mean, what does the other side even have? They have 3 Shades, one of which is low on ammo. They do have the Sisters of Singing Doom, but you have friggin' Malice Darkblade. Come on, believe a little bit. Never mind, he's rampaging, he's fucked. He's close to breaking and he can't even pop his Arcan. I wouldn't hate for the Supreme Sorcerer's Dark to just rear charge him right now, just for the leadership debuff and to do more damage to him. But I don't think he's going to transform this game, you guys. I think this is it. The Rampage is too strong. Malice can't get out of it. Deathcaster's over here. She needs to cast something pretty soon if she has it off cooldown. She casts a Spirit Leech on the Sorcerer's Dark. That's nice. Just trying to keep the balance power out of army losses before Malice unrampages can frickin' transform. But army losses is coming in right now. Right about now. Actually, kind of surprised it's not, especially with the Sorceress dying right there. Maybe the game really wants Malice to transform, just like we do. Please stop rampaging, for the love of God. You've been rampaging for like 30 years. Just come on. Come on. Stab it. Snap out of it. Alright, probably transform right about now before army losses hits. Go, go, go. I heard the noise. Give me that Tazarkan. Yeah, he's in here! Look at that bounce power. No, Tazarkan's in this shit. It's back to even, baby. Let's go. Tazarkan's gonna murder the Sisters of Singing Doom. And what you got now, Green Dark Elves? You ain't got shit. Tazarkan's here. We love Tazarkan in this house. Alright, he's on the timer, though. He's constantly taking about Spirit Leech amounts of damage over time, so he has to hurry up and get on it. The biggest problem for him is going to be rallying stuff in the distance, because he's really good at breaking things, but he's very bad at... Are you rampaging again? Still? God damn. Never mind, he gets over it immediately this time, which is a little weird. He's kind of running around in circles. He's taking a lot of damage from these shades, but he's got to get on top of this one. Bounce power is again going against the Malice team, and I would tend to agree. If this was a super competitive game, I would say the Green Dark Elves should let these shades attack, or let anything attack and run in different directions with your other shades and just wait them out. But it doesn't look like he's going to do that. Instead, he's just going to fire shades into him while Malice runs. I think Malice will be dying horrendously. But I'm glad he got the transformation off. FNG Lord of Dread. That's a bingo. Maybe. I am not a Dreadlord. Hey for Poland. Jeremy's saying hello as well. Rampage harder. I mean, I don't think he could have rampaged any harder than that. He was rampaging most of the game. Bleak Swords did well. Shades did incredibly well. That was very nice. And the Doomfire Warlocks did okay. Malice did fine before he transformed. After he transformed, he did a lot as well. Sorceress of Spirit Leech did fine. Scourge Runners got kind of murdered, but still actually managed to pay for themselves after that. And Blackhawk Corsairs, unfortunately, did not do very well. That was very good. So, next replay is going to be just called Sisters from Rusty and Robert Bobby Manus Bungerman, which is Bob Man. But I do have to go to the Photoshop real quick. So, since it was a Dark Elf game, we'll stay on purple, but after these ones, we'll switch off purple. Chariot gets murdered by cannons, specifically. So not shades, otherwise that one would have counted. Lord didn't die in the first 2 minutes. Generic Lord that's never used, that's true. Sword, Dreadlord, Sword and Crossbow, I've never seen it. No heroes or SEMs is not true. Alright. That's that. Let's get back into it. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, great, it's Wood Elves. Oh, great, it's Wood Elves. Double Great Stag Knight. Triple Great Stag Knight. 2 Glade Riders with Spears, 2 Glade Riders, neither of which with Hagbane Tips. We have some Eternal Guard in the front. Spellsinger of Life. Is this seriously all this army is? Okay, I guess Great Stag Knights are pretty expensive. Sisters of Twilight with... just Conjoined Destiny. Everything else is a bound ability. Okay. On the other side, we have Alariel the Radiant for Rusty. And a High Elf army. Are those double Dragon Princes? Double Dragon Princes, a bunch of Silverin Guard on the front line. I don't know, are any of them even Spearmen, or is it 5 Silverin? It's 5 Silverin. We have 3 Lothern Sea Guard, 2 Archers. Okay. I mean, Great Stag Knights are going to wreck the Cav fight. So Wood Elves are going to win the Cav fight. They'll probably win Skirmish, quote-unquote, because the Sisters are here, and the Sisters are strong as hell. How quickly did the Dreadlord die? It must have been close to 2 minutes? I don't know. I didn't think it was. Because he took a lot of damage, but then it took, like, several Spirit Leeches to kill him. And Spirit Leech has a decently long cooldown. Larry's going to cast Tempest on the Sisters of Twilight, but it doesn't do that much damage to a single target, so there has to be a lot of follow-up in Archers, and it looks like there is a little bit coming in from all this Seaguard. That is some good damage. But on the side here, there's the big cav fight. Great Stag Knights and these Blade Artist Spears teaming up in the Dragon Princess. The Dragon Princess are having a very, very bad time. Sisters are going to get behind Alarielle the Radiant. Wouldn't be surprised if they dive into melee combat. They do have 60-40 with 60 charge bonus. That wouldn't be a bad take in my opinion, but maybe Bobman's micro is elsewhere. Great Stag Knights just straight up beating Dragon Princes. That feels pretty cool for the High Elves, I imagine. I imagine they're really big fans of that. Internal Guard fighting Sylvarans all across the front line. Now the Sylvaran Guard are winning. They're almost half the double the cost, so I would hope that they would freaking win. But the Cav fights are going abysmally for the High Elves. Even with all the healing in the world, the Dragon Princes are just getting murdered by the Great Stag Knights. Larry is going to get out of here, which is very good for her. I thought she was actually going to get pinned in, but she finds a way out. And she, hopefully for her, can get back in the sky, but it doesn't look like that'll actually be the case. The Sisters are just going to chase her down. Maybe she can fly? Maybe? Yes. Okay, she's back up in the sky. She only has to deal with the Sisters. Good for her. Wood Elf Cav is running rampant all over the High Elf backline. It's going very poorly for the High Elves, but Alarielle is going to turn around and try to fight the Sisters. Another Tempest is cast, though I think that also hurts Larry a little bit. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. She does have more healing in the back pocket, but the Sisters have way better combat stats. Just like way better combat stats. I'm not that upset about that. I guess she is a caster, so it's whatever. I just hate the Sisters with an unbridled passion. Wood Elves are running rampant all over this game. Their Cav is wildly unopposed now that the Dragon Princes are all dead. Looks like the Sisters are still chasing around Larry, who is near her healing cap already. At 3 whole minutes into the game, she's near her healing cap. Feels pretty good. And at this point, I think it might be a done deal. I'm going to play it at ×2 speed, as I imagine Cav will just keep recharging Sylvaran Guard over and over again until this game is done. Lots of shattering units on this side. Bobman is just going to congeal his forces, get some healing off, and then slowly sweep through and rout off things one by one. Now Rusty does get a nice little box back going. Corrals the last of his troops into a desperate stand, but I've seen this so many times where the Wood Elves have a Cav advantage in the late game and they just cycle charge their way to victory. Especially with the Sisters sniping at Larry like that. She's already heal capped, she's nowhere to go. These arrows are homing, they like literally can't miss. And when Larry dies, that's gonna be it for our friends, the High Elves. Excuse me. I do not have the hots for the Sisters. I do not. Alright. There are some attractive female characters in video games, but those two can eat shit and die. Hey, Rusty, we just watched one of your games. But yes, the Sisters can eat shit and die. Look at me. Look at me. They can die. Fuck them. I hate them. I hate them so much. They are the epitome of shit game design. Fuck them. Fuck them to death. Have I made myself clear? I hate the Sisters of Twilight. There is no redeeming qualities about them. They are a terrible addition to this game. Alright, I hope I made myself clear. Fuck them. Great Stag Knights, about 1,600 value apiece, except for that one got 1,200. And the Glade Riders did fine. Good stuff over there. Really good Cav play from Bobman. From Rusty, I mean, Larry just got hunted all game by the frickin' Sisters, but even then she got 1,600 value, so pretty good for her. Sylvaran Guard did very, very well. We might start taking him in this matchup. And Dragon Princes, unfortunately, just got outgunned like 2-1. Hey, Hammond. Thean Vu's back. What up, dude? Well, elves killing elves is always good. I was confused because Rusty posted these two. You can see it's Rusty versus Energized. He posted these two replays just after Cyrus posted I'm Rusty. So I legitimately stared at my Discord for like 25 seconds trying to figure out what was going on. Because I'm like, no, Cyrus, you're not Rusty. Rusty's Rusty. Rusty's posting other games that's not called I'm Rusty. Alright. Did we get any bingos off that one? I'm not sure. Photoshop. Green Knight pays himself. Nope, nope, nope. No heroes or SEM? Eagles are both SEMs. Okay, there were SEMs in that one. Grail Guardian, Swords of Chaos, Horn 1, Skaven. Wood Elves take no range. Not true, unfortunately. Nothing. Nothing, nada, nothing. Load up, I'm rusty. This is from Hank Cyrus versus, ooh, Mr. Doodles! We love Mr. Doodles. My first tea is already gone, and I'm infinitely more sad than I was before. Thankfully, we have second tea. Second tea. Even better than first tea, even though they're literally the exact same compilation of tea plus honey. Alrighty, what are we looking here? Cyrus has a normal Hell Cannon, not the Soul of Damnation. We have some Mirror Guard. We have some Chaos Warriors, Marauders, Warriors, Marauders, Warriors. Alright, so big mix. Chaos Sorcerer of Fire with Burning Head and Fireball. We have triple Skirmish Cav, Horsemen, Horse Masters, and Chaos Warhounds. Ooh, it's mirrored, so I'm guessing 2 more Horsemen and 1 more Horsemaster. Yep. More Chaos Warhounds. Okay, Lord is Prince Siggy the Magnificent. Cool. Good stuff. Wood Elves. We have Deepwood Scouts. Gladeguard with Starfire Shafts. Durthu! Yes! Not Sisters of Twilight! We're not getting another game like yesterday in that clan where we had to watch Chaos get kited for like 22 minutes straight. Eternal Guard with shields across the front line. We have 1 Wildwood Ranger, which is very interesting. We have the Lost Sylvan Knights paired with 1 Glade Rider with Spears. And the Manticore Summon coming out from Durthu. Okay. Hey, we have Zotes! Alright. This is the kind of Wood Elf army I don't hate. I can get behind this. This is totally fine. I appreciate watching it. It's a good time. Hell Cannon Crew is going to start running for the hills. I hope the archers have gotten in range of them, but it looks like a Burning Head is coming in, and Mr. Doodles jukes it, then jukes back into it, and then jukes it again, so in the end, good stuff, but it was a little worrying there. Durthu is going to run straight into Sigvald, and I think Durthu might actually win this. Ooh, Burning Head taking out all of his support. That's unfortunate for him. So nice little Burning Head comes in there, takes out these elite Wildwood Rangers. Oh, they're actually hanging on and fighting still. But anyway, as I was saying, Durthu might be the only person that can beat Sigvald 1-1. His combat stats are pretty good, but he also has kind of Torok syndrome, where it just feels like he hits no matter what the stats say. Like, you could have 3,000 melee defense, and he could have 5 melee attack, and I swear to God, Durthu would still hit you at least half the time. I'm still okay with it, though, because I love Durthu. I love the Giant Tree Man. Go, Durthu, go. Kick Sigvald's ass. Lost Sylvan Knights charge into Chaos Warriors and Chaos Marauders. Terror Routes are probably going to come in pretty soon for those Chaos Marauders. And what even is this debuff? Sword of Daith doing some good damage to the Marauder Horsemen and Horse Masters, lowering their armor, but it's mostly just for the damage AoE. You can see now what I was saying. Durthu was kicking the shit out of Sigvald, and Sigvald's like, oh gosh, oh no. Santa ain't coming tonight because the Christmas tree is kicking my ass. I gotta get out of here. Skirmish Cav giving Zotes a very bad time. This may be why you don't see Zotes super often. And Chaos Warhounds are picking off some Deepwood Scouts, so very good stuff over there. Though I think I saw a pretty good play. Flesh to Stone coming in from the Zotes, the bound spell, giving them 75 armor, buying them time against the dogs while the Zotes arrive. That's really cool. That was a really cool little play. And Durthu is still slapping Sigvald. You love to see it. I don't hate Sigvald a lot, but I still have some deep-seated memories from when he was the OP broken ship. Durthu is kicking his teeth in. Get it, Giant Tree Man. Get it. Cyrus is trying to support him with a little bit of Fire Love, a little bit of Skirmish Cav, but there are Lost Sylvan Knights coming in. Chaos is having a very rough time. Their Hell Cannon, wherever it is, got murdered by the Lost Sylvan Knights. Has not been able to remount yet. Tough stuff for them. That's why Hell Cannons aren't usually taking this matchup. Also, you could have double Arrows of Kurnos come in at the start of the game and just kill the Hell Cannon outright. It's a very not fun time for you. Is that a Burning Head? Bold Burning Head coming in from Cyrus. Ignoring his own troops because they're both heavily armored, so they actually don't care that much, and hitting the Glade Guard. I don't hate that. I don't know if it was intentional, but I don't hate using Burning Head through your own heavily armored troops to hit the lighter armored ones of the enemy. Flock of Doom hitting double Skirmish Cav, and Sigvald's still just running away from Durthu. This whole thing has been like Pacific Rim or Cloverfield, if you've seen either of those movies where the giant monster's just chasing our protagonist through the town. He's just like, run! A giant tree man's after me! And Durthu's like, come here, little boy. I'm going to eat you. Rah, rah, rah. Or something, man. I don't know. I'm doing my best out here. Chaos Warhounds getting back onto the Glade Guard and Deepwood Scouts. This time there's no Flesh to Stone to save them. And Zotes are fighting against the Mirror Guard. Now, Chaos has definitely stopped the bleeding. And Skirmish Cav have been taking their toll on Durthu, who has no healing. But another Sword of Daith is going to come in, really damaging these Skirmish Cav, and Durthu getting so close, they might just Terror Route or Natural Route. They went to -1 there for a second. There's the Terror Route. So now there's no skirmish cap to harass him while he chases down Sigvald. Sigvald's healing cap is actually within sight. That's pretty nice for them. But Chaos with some good dog play. Taking out a lot of the archers, also some Chaos Marauders taking out more archers. And it's going to leave just Durthu alone. I'm starting to favor Chaos in this matchup a lot. Ooh, oh, I didn't notice the Ghost Knights. Ah, yes, they're still very healthy. Alright, I still favor the Wood Elves, so those Knights take a lot of damage. Because they can kind of cycle charge the rest of the stuff in this game. If Durthu can keep following Sigvald around, because Sigvald is one of the only things that can stand up to the Lost Sylvan Knights. He is ITP and he's nearly unbreakable, but oh, this could be a big pick for the Wood Elves. Finding the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire with the Lost Sylvan Knights and these Glade Riders, though it looks like they're all just going to stop next to him and just not attack him. Okay, I think they were trying to path past him. I don't think they had attack orders on him. That was a little strange looking. Bounce power's back to even. And I'm glad it is. This was looking like a runaway game for the Wood Elves, but nice scrap back into it from Cyrus. Blasted the Glade Guard using their ammo. Not a lot of ammo left on them, and it looks like Flock of Doom's coming in onto these Chaos Warriors and Sigvald as Lost Sylvan Knights plow into him, trying to do some good damage. Guess they'll do okay. I would much prefer it if they focused on the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire, got rid of that, because the Burning Head can still do decent damage to Lost Sylvan Knights. They are ethereal after all. Fireball coming in for Big Durthu does a little bit of damage. Durthu's going to fight Sigvald. Now Sigvald's ahead of him on the health percentage front since he did all that regen, and one club immediately makes him think, I shouldn't be here, and he runs away. And it's hard to disagree. Durthu is a scary, scary tree monster. Now Durthu is getting surrounded by Chaos Warriors. If the Lost Sylvan Knights could get a rear charge over here, that would be beautiful, and that is what they will do. Damage City coming in. Chaos Warriors, are they ITP? No, they're not ITP, so they could actually tear out from either Lost Sylvan Knights or Durthu. These Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts have actually been secured. And these Wildwood Rangers, remember them from the start of the game when they got burning headed and they were almost dead? Well, they're still almost dead, but they're still here. So, good showing there. I know some people in chat recently have been talking about how bad Wood Elves Elite Infantry is, but hey, Wildwood Rangers are here to prove maybe there's still some life in them. Durthu's fighting off Infinite Chaos Warriors with some cycle charging help from their friends. Balance of power is still pretty even. I am starting to question that severely. I think it gives this one Hell Cannon crew member too much balance of power because of his ammunition, would be my guess. Because looking around, I don't see this as an even game. It looks very Wood Elf favored again. It's down to Sigvald, a caster, and some wounded-ass Chaos Warriors who are about to rout in 3, a 2, a 1. Oh no, they're actually getting leadership back. Lame. Making me look like a chump. Where's the Hell Cannon going? It was just trying to get away from the archers, but it was too little too late. Unfortunately. Durthu's clubbing some Chaos Warriors, and I'm going to look at chat. Zotes are foul abominations of chaos. Why do you hate Zotes? Loopy, why do you hate Zotes? I mean, they're not very good, but why does that make them foul abominations? Wars of Chaos Getting Guided game was the greatest game you've ever seen. No, it wasn't. It was abysmal. Another fireball coming in for Durthu, I imagine. 200 more damage. Flock of Doom is such a waste, but I guess he wanted something after Manticores. Only ITP is Mirror Guard, if you remember correctly. Sigvald's also ITP. Sigvald is officially heal-capped, by the way. And Chaos is once again behind on the balance of power. Lost Sylvan Knights and the Glade Riders are pretty much all that's left in this game for the Wood Elves, but it's all they need. As Sigvald and the Firecaster are going to get cycle charged, even Terror Routes just watching these Ghost Knights come at him. And Durthu's chilling. He's doing fine. And I love how Mr. Doodles has just ignored this one Chaos Dwarf. After he brought it down to so low they couldn't man the Hellcan, he's like, alright, bye. See you later. That is one of my weaknesses in this game, is I have to finish flags. I hate flags being on the field, so I would 100% commit something to just kill that Hell Cannon so I could stop thinking about it, and that is a waste of my time. I acknowledge that, and I know I still do it. Durthu's wandering in. Now, this is a great Stag Knight versus Sigvald problem, as they just keep knocking him over, and they're actually taking a little bit of damage in the trade. And they need to chase off the Sorcerer. Durthu's going to walk past Sigvald for now, but you know he's ready to get in there at a moment's notice and drop the base. He is going to turn around. He is going to attack Sigvald from behind. Does he get the first hit? Sigvald has 84 melee defense. Our boy has 73 melee attack, so mathematics are on Sigvald's side. But I did mention that Durthu seems to just hit no matter what, so let's see if that's still true. Yup, he hit. I don't know why. Durthu just can't miss. He can't! The boy can't miss! Ah, he finally missed. There we go. But still, 2 out of 3 is pretty good. Pretty good. Hit him again. Ah, he missed. Still, though, this is looking pretty over. I'm kind of surprised Sigvald hasn't broken already, or that army losses hasn't kicked in. Durthu, he's at 1,000 health, but I don't know. Sigvald's having a hard time landing anything on him. And this is just a big old pile as army losses finally kicks in, and the one Chaos Dwarf. Fight to the end! Oh, okay, he died. What up, cutie? Hello, Danielle. Katina? Katanea? Katanea. Continuity spike. The bounce spells are lame. Got it. You talking about the Cav only game against Arthuriel from yesterday? Yes. Rusty's here, Cuden's here. Durthu does not care for your slippery oil, Sigvald. It's true. It's very hard to seduce a tree, and I have tried, alright? When I was a kid, there was this orange tree outside my house. It had curves like you would not believe, and it did not respect my advances. Casually just going to sip tea after that one. 3,400 from Durthu. Eternal Guard did their best. Wildwood Rangers almost paid for themselves after getting murdered in the very start of the game. Archers did fine. Great Stag Knights did fine. Zotes kind of got shut down. Alright. And Cyrus, you're not Rusty. Rusty's Rusty. Speaking of Rusty, Game 1 versus Energized. Energized and the Tomb Kings versus Rusty's Beastmen. While that loads up, let's check out the Photoshop, see if there's anything we got. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. I don't see anything, so I'm going to click back to the game. All right. Hummus can't read, confirmed. I never could. So, for I believe Rusty is on the Beastmen. We have Ungors and Gors mixed across the front line, spears and axes. We have some melee Centaurs, 3 of them, 2 Tuscarora Chariots, 1 Gorbel, Brave Shaman of Wilds with Traderkin. We have Torix the Brass Bull and the Butchers of Kalkengard. Very straightforward build. I want to run at you, I want to kill you. For Energized, we have a Tomb Prince on horseback, it looks like. Then we have Arkan, no, Settra the Imperishable on horseback. Okay, all right, that is new. 2 Nehekara Horsemen, 2 Skeleton Horse Archers. We have 1 Ushabti Great Bow, another Nehekara Horseman, Skeleton Spears, and I'm guessing some Tomb Guard. Okay, Skeleton Spear, Skeleton Warriors, and Tomb Guard mixed in. So both builds are very straightforward. Delicious tea. This stream brought to you by tea. Delicious, nutritious water with some leaves in it. Nehekara Horsemen are going to take a little charge onto the Gore herds, but it doesn't really do any damage, and they don't take any damage. That was a big nothing from both sides. Now this charge got a little more spicy, really plowed into those Gore herds, and is now trying to run away as the Tuscarora Chariots and Centaurs are going to try to chase them down and get to the front line. Centaurs charge into the Tomb Guards. Both players actually very good at controlling their cav, just charging in and immediately pulling away. Though the Beastmen do catch some of these Nehekara Horsemen, dragging them down, taking them to about half health. The Butchers of Kalkengard, Centaurs, and Gore herds are all plowing into this one Tomb Guard. And that's a Tomb Guard. It's not a Skeleton Warrior, and he's already that low. That's pretty bad for the Tomb Kings. Beastmen are quite ahead on the balance of power, and I also agree. So far, this does seem going quite well for them. And oh, that's a brutal Traderkin. That is a brutal Traderkin. Hits 3 horse units, which is exactly what they're meant to kill. It's going to do a lot of damage to them. Actually, it looks like it had some poor RNG on that Skeleton Horse Archer in particular. Didn't do very much damage to him. But oh no, Settra the Imperishable very much caught up by Torix the Brass Bull and Gorbel. Caught in all these Chariots and Centaurs. He can't move, and he is probably going to instantly die here. What can the Tomb Kings do? Not much. I think this game honestly might be out of their hands already. Especially if Settra dies. Torox and the Gorbel. Though Settra is going to try to use his explosion to get out of here. This is mostly single entities and Chariots locking him in, so that won't do very much damage at all. Tomb Prince is trying to hit Torox in the back, and he's actually getting some decent damage in. But I mean, there's Butchers of Kalkengard everywhere, and wow, Settra's out. He pulls through the Beastman side of the formation, and he gets away. Now he's locked up in Centaurs a little bit. And a Traderkin gets cast on him and some Tomb Guard. That's about it. Not the best Traderkin, maybe. It's hard to tell where these Nehekara Horsemen are based on their unit model, but Settra is going to get chased down by Gorbel and Torox, and I think that will be probably GG. I'm going to play on ×2 speed from now on. Tomb Prince is still in here brawling. Ushabti Great Bows are kiting away from the Minotaur ROR. Ushabti Summon is coming in, though the Testcore Chariots have gotten back onto the Ushabti. They are getting chased down by Skeleton Horse Archer, and they will be routed off. The front line for the Beastmen still doing okay, but some of the Tomb Guard have prevailed. Looks like the Tomb Kings have ground through most of the chaff of the Beastmen, but their single entities are still very, very healthy. So they're, I mean, that Chariot's healthy, it's just running away. The other Chariot's very wounded, but it's coming back. The Butchers of Skeleton Guard have actually been focused down by the Ushabti Greatbow and killed. And could this be a wild comeback from the Tomb Kings? It's hard to tell. Torox and the Gorbel are going to beat the shit out of this Tomb Prince, and he will most likely die. There's an Ushabti Greatbow still has a lot of ammunition, but it's having a hard time staying safe and shooting. Tomb Kings are slowly fading away. Their Ushabti Summon has gone away, and now it's down to Torox and the Gorbel with some very tattered remains of the Beastmen army coming back, but there's just not enough Tomb Kings to stop them. Mostly this is all chaff. A little bit of Tomb Guard who are very injured, Ushabti Greatbows that are crumbling away at every second, and Skeleton Horse Archers will get hit by army losses. Good game there. Cetron on a horse. I don't love it. I like the rest of the build a lot, but Cetron on a horse just feels the worst of both worlds. If you want a Lord on foot to make him like pseudo-tanky because he's a foot lord, that's fine. And if you want him on a Sphinx to give him tankiness through armor and health, that's fine. On a horse, he's as squishy as he is on foot, but he doesn't get any of the armor of being on the Sphinx and the mass. So horse lords are notoriously low mass and shitty. Like, because you saw him get locked up in all those Beastmen, he just couldn't move for like 45 minutes. How does Traderkin cause damage to a single entity based on its description? Its description's full of shit. It does very, very little damage to a single entity. It does a lot of damage to low entities like horsemen. And it does fine versus infantry. Not great, but fine. But its real sweet spot is Cav. You know, where it's like... I don't know the exact numbers on it, but let's say it does 100 damage per model. That isn't true, but like stick with me for the example. If it does 100 damage per model, and you have a single entity, it's going to do 100 damage. Not great. If you have a chariot, it's going to do 300 damage. That's great. But if it has a max model count of like 10, then you hit a cavalry unit with like 24 to 30 models, it's going to do 100 damage to its 10 models, so it's going to get 1,000 damage out, and that's like a third of the unit's health, and that's really good. Whereas an infantry unit, it's going to do 100 damage to 10 models, but when they have 90 models, it'll probably just kill those 10 models, and you'll do 1/9 of something's health, right? So that's why it's good for cavalry. You really want to hit that middle model count road. Torox got 2,200, Castor got 1,200-ish, 1,200-ish for the Gorbel, 1,100 for the Minotaurs, and I'm guessing that's going to be a lot of the value for this entire game. No, Chariot's also got about 1,000 apiece, so that's pretty good. Centaur's barely falling under their pay for themselves point. Tomb Prince and Cetra got really murked down. Tomb Guard did okay. Nekar Horsemen did fine. Skeleton Horse Archers did fine. The Ushabti Greatbows did fine, but Cetra getting gooned out was a big problem there for Energize. Okie dokie. Infighting's in ranks. I will invite myself. So, I'm going to skip Energize versus Rusty Game 2 just to watch someone else, and then I'll come back to that in a second. Anti-Fun. Should I watch it? That makes me not want to watch it. Okay, let's check the Photoshop real quick. War Wagons, no. Doom Meal Pastry stuff, no. Friendly Fire, yada yada. Don't see anything, don't see anything, don't see anything. Don't see anything. Okay. Yeah, we didn't get anything off that one. So, for anybody who wasn't here at the start of the stream, we're doing bingo. I have to keep casting replays, and if I run out of quick plays, replays, I will do quick battles to fulfill the bingo squares myself until we get a bingo. So the stream ends when I get a bingo. Alright, what the hell is going on? Salon Mage Priest of Light, 3 Temple Guard, 2 Sora Spears, 2 Bastildons of Solar Engines, and 4 Pterodons. Okay, one of the Pterodons is almost dead already. For the High Elves, we have Valariel the Radiant, Lion Chariots, so 2 of them, 4 White Lions, 2 Silverin Guard, 3 archers, and a Silver Helms with shields. Okay. With Tempest, I wouldn't hate for Larry to just chase around some of these Pterodon groups. Just run after them. You can catch them, you're faster, 110 to 90. Catch them, do a lot of damage to them, cast Tempests on them as you need. But it looks like the High Elf player, who I didn't catch who that was, I know Kalichar is the Lizardman, is just going to use some archers to focus them, which could be problematic, because now these white lions have to fight Temple Guard in actual melee combat, and they're not going to enjoy that. They really want the archer support. And I know these archers need to defend themselves from the Pterodons, but that's why I'm thinking Larry should do that, and the archers should do this. So Larry should go over here and fight those guys in melee. Silver Helms could sit around the back if they wanted to, in case the Pterodons go into melee combat, but you can see with some rock drops and some range, we already have those archers running. These archers are running from the double solar engines, and the third archer is very low. Now, they are basic archers, so the High Elves don't really need them. It's not a lot of their funds, but still, it'd be nice to have them around. Ooh, that's going to be a good Tempest over here on 2 Pterodons. It's going to be a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I also lost the stream for a bit. Hi, Chasing Rainbows. Okay. Internet's being weird over here. Just gonna stop for a second, make sure everybody's okay. Oh, no, bad to tune in. Sorry, Bowmore. Okay. Well, welcome back. Why is there a mod named Rusty that's not Rusty? Is that you, Jeremy? Okay, I'll go back to hitting play. I don't remember what the Overcast of Tempest does. I don't remember that. There was a question in chat about upgraded Tempest, and I don't remember. So we'll see if YouTube and the internet want to cooperate today. White Lions are actually doing really well here. I didn't think they would do this well, but they're killing a lot of Temple Guard with some healing support, so that is good stuff. Silveryn are doing fine, and that's going to be a nasty Tempest from Larry to finish off 2 Pterodon units. It looks like maybe even a third, as that one on the ground seems to be taking okay damage as well. So very nice plays from the High Elf player trying to get their archers back online. Really like that. Lizardmen are still quite ahead on balance of power. It's hard to tell. I mean, obviously the balance of power says they're ahead, but these Temple Guard are getting pretty worn down. We still have Lion Chariots, man. Lion Chariots can kill single entities like nobody's business. Temple Guard on the far side are doing okay against the White Lions. The ones without any support have been doing much better. Unmod him to be safe. I'm reckless. Oh, it's Jeremy. What up, Jeremy? Stealing Rusty's name. Ikiducky. I think the High Elves might actually be in an advantage state here. Balance of power be damned, I think the High Elves are in a really good spot. Because they have a lot of units left. And the balance of power is locked up on these 2 solar engines and Light Slon, who are shit in melee combat. So really the only thing protecting him is 1 healthy Saurus Spear. I think our Temple Guard box might be in trouble, you guys. Now, Larry diving in is a little ballsy. That could be a big problem if she dies. She has plenty of healing left to give and left to receive. And now she is standing in some Saurus Spears, and this Bastiladon could even turn around and do some good damage to her. Actually, just swipes with his tail, which is fine. Armor of Quetzal coming in from the Salon Mage Priest of Light, giving all these units actually a good amount of stuff. And oh, there's the Shem's Burning Gaze I was worried about, but she gets the star off as she's routing. That is a good play from her. It's the only thing that kept her alive, most likely. And I don't know how she didn't rout. Her leadership is so negative for quite a while, but she does manage to hang on as the Solar Engine fires at her on her way out the door. She is going to fly back over here to get back into the healing, and even charges back in. What are you, insane? You just survived. What are you doing? Get out of there. I mean, I guess you went back in for the heal, but you can just hover above it for the heal, man. You don't need to dive in like that. You're crazy. All right, Silver Guard and White Lions of Christ are trying to finish off the Saurus Spears with a beautiful rear charge from the Silver Helms. Is probably going to rout off these Saurus, but these Saurus are proving to be rather tanky. Star Chamber Guardians are also doing quite well. But there are so many High Elves. Balance Power still thinks the Lizards have got it. I think the Lizards are in real bad shape as these Lion Chariots are dragging down this Bastilum Solar Engines. Now, Larry's going to have to use, I think she used both of her stars now. She has to use basic healing, Earth Bloods, whatever she has on those Lion Chariots if she has them. And another Shem's Burning Gaze coming in from the Light Salon, really keeping Larry on the edge of death. But she is hanging in there, and so is this fricking Bastiladon thing. But when the Shield of the Old Ones wears off, its leadership finally tanks enough that it goes down. What is that spell? Is that from the Slann? That is from the Slann. That's going to do a lot of damage here to these Silver Guard and White Lions. Oof, that is brutal. Balance Power still thinks the Lizards are quite ahead, and now I'm starting to agree with that beautiful banishment and all the damage Larry has taken. Solar Engine's routing through its own troops, meaning it'll probably rally on the far side. Archers are still firing in, doing good damage over time to all these little things. Bastildon gets a nicking blow on Larry. If she has any mana left, she has to cast it very, very soon. Earthblood on herself and those Lion Chariots, who are now going to charge in. But another great rear charge from the Silver Helms, and what I thought on this opening of this game was going to be very boring turns into quite an interesting brawl with some great cavalry play from the High Elves. And nice Burning Gazes from the Lizardmen. She gets off an Earthblood, just she's going to start to rout. She will definitely rally if she doesn't die from that Solar Engine on the far side. And these Star Chamber Guardians are barely hanging on. Barely, but their leadership is rallying. Now with these Lion Chariots leaving too, and with the other Solar Engine coming back, now I start to agree with the balance of power that the Lizardmen are in Ascension. A good Solar Engine shot is going to take out some Archers over there. They'll probably start to rout, but balance power is just full of shit this game, because whenever it thinks the High Elves can't win, I think they're doing great. Whenever it thinks the High Elves can win, I think they're losing. With Larry finally dying, though, that is going to rout off a lot of units and call the end of the game. But damn, the High Elves played the shit out of that. That is GG. Whew! White Lions do well versus non-shooty skinks. Larry doesn't need to be in the star at all. I think it's still bugged if she gets it anywhere after casting it. Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, Kalachar still has rat in front of his name. This must have been during the event, the Ladder Wars event, which is the reason I'm not playing Ent Ladder today, is because I don't want to burn out before the Ladder Wars event. Because we're going for the... I'm not a part of a clan, so let's go for the single user prize that Ice Power got last time. My goal is to play more games individually than at least one clan. I'm going to be an entire clan by myself. Light Slann gets about 3,800 value for a Slann. Like, not even Mazdamudion's Lock, just a normal toilet scene bitch-ass Slann. Okay. 1,300 for one Saurus, about 900 for another, 1,600, 1,000, and 1,200 for the Temple Guard, and the Pterodons got a little under their value, and Solar Engines did fine. Larry got 1,300 value, White Lions all paid for themselves or better. Silver and struggled a little bit more than I would have thought. Archers did okay once they rallied, and Lion Chariots did okay damage too. Are you winning, son? Cyrus! Cyrus. 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 Gonna go to Photoshop. And Cyrus, I have some bad news for you, because you want to see what square has already been checked? Cyrus loses mod power. Or a giant. Cyrus, do you want to guess if we saw a giant today, or if I unmodded you? Just saying. Just saying, watch your back. We had a giant today. It's fine. You're fine. Everybody's fine. Oh, I know what one we got. I know what one we got. Okay, so we're going to go to orange for Lizardmen, because their symbol's kind of orange. No heroes or SEM. Wait, damn it, he had those two solar engines. Yeah, okay, so he had SEM. Slann's not an SEM, so I thought I gamed the system. Did we get everything else? Nope. No. No, we didn't get anything else. Damn. Slow start today for our bingo. I was just having fun with Cyrus. I know I didn't unmod him. Alright, we'll go back to Energize versus Rusty. What else, Lizardman? Let's do it. I'm very curious how that Ancient Salamander is going to do. It's been on my mind for things to try against Wood Elves, but I haven't gotten around to it. What's crossed off? We had a giant, which Cyrus loses mod power, or a giant. We had a giant. Grom gets a taste of New Lord Syndrome is crossed off, and Generic Lord that we never see is crossed off, because there was a Dread Lord.